All right, let's talk about something that feels, well, massive. How do you actually bring artificial intelligence into the core of your company? It can seem like a huge, overwhelming task. So today, we're going to frame it as an expedition, a journey with a map, a plan, and a very clear destination. Let's get started and set our compass.
You know, every great expedition needs a North Star, right? Something to aim for. This right here, this is a perfect example. It's not just about, using AI. It's about using it to become number one in your field, to create customer experiences that people rave about, and to build real sustainable growth. This is the why that's going to fuel you when the journey gets tough.
So what is this place we're trying to get to? What is an AI-empowered organization? Look, it's not a company that just has a few AI projects on the side. We're talking about an organization that has woven AI into its very fabric. It's in the day-to-day processes, it helps make the big decisions, and it's even part of the culture. The goal isn't just to look cool and modern, it's to build a real, lasting competitive advantage. So, why even bother? Why start this huge expedition? Because the rewards, the payoff for all this effort, can literally change your business from the ground up.
And those rewards, they really boil down to three key things. First, you get this massive boost in efficiency. Think automating tedious tasks and just making everything run smoother. Second, you start making way better decisions, moving from just gut feelings to choices backed by hard data. And finally, you can deliver a customer experience that's on another level, personalizing interactions and even predicting what customers need before they do. You put those three together, and that's a serious edge.
All right, any good expedition doesn't start with just running into the wild. It starts with a really good map. So phase 1 is all about charting your course. It's about figuring out exactly where you are right now and being strategic about where you're trying to go.
And that planning, it has to start with a serious reality check. You've got to ask yourself some tough questions across 4 areas. First, your data. Do you have it? Is it clean? Can you even get to it? Then, your tech. Is your current infrastructure ready for this? Third, your people. Do you have the right skills in the building? And maybe the most important one, your culture. Is your company actually ready to change and embrace this? Being honest here is absolutely crucial.
Okay, once you know your starting point, you can map out your first moves. And here's a super important idea. Don't just aim for some giant 5-year moonshot. The smartest play is to create a balanced portfolio. You want to find some quick wins. These are smaller projects that are easy to pull off and show value right away. They build momentum and get people excited while you're also planning those bigger, more strategic projects in the background. With our map drawn, it is time for phase 2, gathering your gear. This is all about getting your data house in order and setting up the right technology. Honestly, if you don't get this part right, the whole expedition is over before it even starts. This might be the most important rule in all of AI. It's so simple, but so true. Garbage in, garbage out. You can have the most brilliant AI model in the world, but if you feed it bad, messy, inconsistent data, you're going to get useless results. Your entire journey depends on the quality of your data. Period. Next up, a big decision. Where are you going to set up your AI base camp? Are you going to go with the cloud? That's usually faster to get going and super scalable. Or do you build it on-premise, right in your own backyard? That gives you way more control, which is great for really sensitive data. There's no one right answer. It's a strategic choice that comes down to your company's needs, budget, and security. Okay, we have our map, we have our gear. Now it's time for the most critical piece of the puzzle, the people. Phase 3 is all about putting together the right crew and building a culture that can handle this kind of adventure. And let's be clear, a successful AI team is not just a room full of coders. The magic happens when you build a cross-functional team. You absolutely need the business experts who know your industry inside and out. You need the data people who can find the hidden gems in all that information. And of course, you need the tech folks to actually build and run the models. It's when those 3 groups work together that you get incredible results. So you might be thinking, great, but I don't have those people.
Well, you attack this skills gap from two sides. Yes, you're probably going to need to go out and hire some specialists, like data scientists. But, and this is just as important, you have to invest in the people you already have. Training your current employees with workshops or online courses doesn't just fill a need. It starts to build that data-savvy culture from the inside.
Okay, the planning is done, the team is in place. Now things start to speed up. We're moving into the actual execution. We're going to combine the last two phases here because it's really one continuous cycle. The climb from a tiny pilot project all the way up to being an AI powerhouse. This is where we start the real ascent.
The way you climb this mountain successfully is by not trying to leap to the top in one go. You start small. Pick one pilot project to prove that this can actually work. Then you build the model and plug it into a real business process. Then, and this is critical, you watch it like a hawk. Monitor it, tweak it, make it better. And only once you've proven it works and you've refined it, do you earn the right to scale it up.
And what does success on this climb look like? It looks like this. A real, concrete, measurable win. Hitting 95% accuracy on a model isn't just some tech spec. It's proof. It's proof that the plan, the data, and the team are all working. This is the kind of win that builds huge confidence and gets everyone on board to go even bigger. It's like reaching a major summit on the expedition. So, we've mapped out the expedition, we've made the climb, and we've seen the view from the top. Now it's time to bring it all back home, to give you a clear plan so you can start your own journey. Because for you, the real expedition, it starts now. So let's boil this whole thing down into your personal action plan. First, do that honest readiness check. Use that to define a smart, clear strategy. Then, get to work on that data foundation. It is not optional. At the same time, work on that skills gap. Hire who you need to, but don't forget to train your own people. And finally, live by the mantra, start small, learn and iterate, and then scale your wins. And that leads us to the final and maybe the most important question of all. Forget the giant 5-year vision for just a minute. Based on everything we've talked about, just ask yourself this. What is the very first, high-impact but low-complexity quick win that your organization could get with AI? Finding the answer to that, that's the first real step on your own AI expedition.